welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while, but this is the start of us being properly consistent. I know I've been saying that for a while, but very good reason. I have done things in my life at certain points. This year mainly obviously focused more on TikTok, but it's time. YouTube, it is time, and I'm excited about it. I've actually been wanting to start more November, December time for very good reasons, because I have something very exciting to show you guys. Yeah, it's going to be exciting and there's going to be so many videos around that specific thing, etc, etc. So I wanted to take you guys on this journey with me, and here we are. This is the start. So before we get properly started, please subscribe. That would mean the world to me, because obviously we're going to be doing this properly, so I would really appreciate the support. It would mean so much to me, and I truly mean that, because I've been wanting to start YouTube since I was like a 16-year-old girl. But yeah, I did let people stop me, and I will admit that, but we're here, we're ready, and you know, nothing's going to stop this now. This is it. Let's go. Full force. Let's go. Currently I'm not going to commit to doing like certain days of the week or certain amounts of videos, because we're gonna fall into that. We'll find our structure. We'll see what you guys want and what works best all round, what's actually manageable, but for the time being, I'm just going to film when it feels right and try and get as much out here as I can. Because obviously I do work a full-time job and I do my freelance influencing on the side, as well as running an e-commerce business. So I'm a very busy girl, and I do try and have a life. I don't have much of one, but I try. But yeah. Subscribe and please like the video if you enjoy, because subscriptions will really mean a lot to me, and it will show me that you guys are supporting, so that's fantastic. It'll also give you a notification when we do post videos, so while we don't have the structure, it will actually be good for you if you do want to follow along, because it will let you know when I post something. That aside, let's get started with the meaning of today's video. Grab your cups of tea or whatever you're drinking. It's Sunday evening, so you're probably not going to be drinking a coffee right now, so I'm going to say grab your nice cups of tea, get cozy and sit back and enjoy. It's obviously going to be talking a bit too much about myself today, because this video is about something that's happened in my life and something I've chosen to do. That is moving my Instagram account away from being just fitness based and to be lifestyle. So I started as a fitness account because I was posting a lot of fitness stuff. However, I came to the realisation that everything I seemed to be doing was, let's just say, lockdown made me acknowledge the fact I do think I've suffered with body dysmorphia for a very long time. And sometimes I was definitely training for the wrong reasons, not just because I enjoyed it. Now, I love training. I really enjoy exercising, and the problem was with personal training full time, feeling like I had to look a certain way to prove to clients and to prove to potential clients and to show on Instagram to followers, etc, that I had to prove that I could look a certain way, to prove that I had the knowledge so that I could help them look a certain way and stuff like that. So I constantly felt these battles in my head as to what I wanted to look like, what I thought other people needed me to look like, the training I actually wanted to do, because the training I actually wanted to do didn't necessarily coincide with those body images, and obviously what society tells you as well. So there was so many conflicts of interest in my training, and it lost its way, and I was really not enjoying it so much anymore, and it was quite hard for me, because I also then obviously started to suffer with endometriosis real bad. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that that's something that's gone on for a long time. However, with personal training full time, I would say, because I had no routine and I was very physically exhausted and stressed, because I was running a studio gym on my own and had a lot of clients and was working stupid hours in the morning till stupid hours in the evening every day, didn't really have a life. It took its toll on my body, and that's not fair. That's not fair to do to yourself, and I take full blame and full responsibility for that, because it was my decision. And what's interesting is, if you're someone who's known me from school, etc., I've always been that person who would type long Instagram captions, you know, the wannabe motivational speaker, because that's who I am. That's what I'm about. I am thrilled by the powers of the English language and the law of attraction, obviously, manifestation. Those sorts of things really, really excite me, and they're the things that I want to talk about. And people have always asked me how I'm motivated, but it's not even that I'm answering those questions because I feel like I need to. It's just that I love seeing other people succeed, and I want you guys to feel the way I feel about my goals, because it's so exciting and you live a completely different life when you believe that your dreams are within your reach, because you enjoy everything you do. Even the hardest times, you know you're going to get through them, and you know that bigger and brighter things are coming, and you know there's a reason for what you're going through. So even with me really badly suffering with the endometriosis, I knew that that was a sign telling me, Robin, you're on the wrong path here, like let's move, let's shift, let's go do what you want to be doing, what's right for you, because what you're doing right now, it's not for you. This isn't the life you want to live. This isn't going to help you achieve the things that you want to achieve. That's how I took it, because that's what it is. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I've been in severe pain, very, very, very poorly, like very poorly, and I still am most days, but my headspace is in such a better place, because I 100% committed to my own goals this year. 100%. I made a massive decision at the end of last year to stop personal training, and I know not everyone even knew that I'd done that. I kept it quite private because that's what I kind of do with my next move, my love life, my financial situation. Things like that I believe you should keep private to quite an extent. There's certain things in life I feel like you don't tell people while it's happening, but in years to come those stories unravel and it's inspiring. And I'm already inspired by the things that have happened in my own life. Like, I'm sure other people are, and if you're not, then you should be, because everything that you have done so far has led you to where you are today. And I think that is phenomenal to think about, because even the things that you really, really might hate thinking about in your life, you find peace with. You genuinely find peace with, because if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't necessarily be where you are now. It's the butterfly effect, you know, one tiny thing that happened led you to where you are now, and that's the reason you're the person you are now. So yeah, I'm grateful for everything that's happened in my life, and I know that I've learned a lot from the things that have happened in my life. And if you're someone who wants to be guided, which I do, I feel like I'm very, very guided by the universe and its signs, you learn to trust yourself. I always kind of wanted to be more of a life coach, shall we say, and I wanted to post lifestyle content, a healthy, balanced lifestyle. Like the sort of dream life that everybody wants. That's what I wanted, and that's what I wanted to share about. I didn't necessarily want to be going down that fitnessy route, but I felt like I had to. It's a strange one, because I think you feel you have to post things that other people like for your content to be successful, but that's not the case. What you actually have to do is post what you want to post, and the right people will find you. It is what it is. But I have learned a lot from TikTok. I studied it hard, very hard, and I really want to be a YouTuber. So this is me saying, I would love to be a YouTuber. I always would have loved to be a YouTuber, and I've always seen myself being like on TV or on radio or something one day. I love media. I love media. I always have. College media was literally my favourite thing ever, and I'm just engulfed by it, really. And I love being a businesswoman. Like, that's just who I am. I'm a nerd, I'm a geek. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love training, but I don't want to tell people how to lose weight all day every day. And that's what it felt like. And it's horrible to talk about, because I loved personal training in regards to, I love my clients. It was great fun, we achieved a lot of things together, and I really enjoyed that period of my life, and I learned a lot. It helped me mature a lot. I learned very many business skills from it. And I'm actually glad I started watching Elle Darby on YouTube, because it's weird, her story feels like it was very similar to mine, in that she actually went to uni as well because she was academic, like I did, dropped out after a year, like I did, went and did a personal training course, like I did, and personal trained for a while. It was good to hear someone else talking about my experience, because I'm a very positive person and I want to help find solutions, but I also want people to be happy. I don't want people to feel trapped and feel like they had to do certain things, which in hindsight I wasn't actually a good example for, while I was, you know, feeling like I didn't want to actually personal train anymore. And when I was in that space, it was like I fell into personal training full time, because when I started doing it, I wanted it to be one source of income so I could work on other sources of income, because I've always wanted to build several income streams. I've always wanted to go into e-commerce, real estate, and things that are going to build big money, as well as social media influencing. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, but never given myself the time to actually pursue that. When I was starting personal training, it was meant to take over my job at Tesco so that I could have some sturdy income while I worked on other things alongside it. However, because I like to throw myself in like crazy to everything that I do, I ended up having so many clients that I was doing it full time. And I also had always just randomly had this thing where I wanted to have my own gym before I was 21. And because clearly I manifest a little bit too hard sometimes, I'm joking, everything happens for a reason, I'd always manifested having my own gym, and the circumstances that made me want to leave one gym opened up the doors for me to then have my own gym. And I always said I'd do that before I was 21, and I actually did it at 20 years old, which is a whole other story, and I can go into depth on that story in a different video if that's something that anyone wants to hear about, because it is actually quite an interesting one, and it's a massive manifestation story, to be honest, and I think it's quite crazy to think about. But it got to a point where I was no longer living my own life. I was a slave to other people because I let it get that way. I didn't barely sleep. I was in severe pain all the time, and even when my clients were saying to me, you know, go and get that looked at, I wasn't, because I wasn't prioritising the right things in my life. And I also didn't want to let people down. I knew my clients loved the sessions, and I didn't want to stop that, because I loved them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really enjoyed that, and I miss them dearly. Like, if any of you are my clients watching this, I miss you so much. But I knew it wasn't for me, because I was then working stupid hours and then didn't have the time that I wanted to be working on other things that for years I've talked about but never given myself the time, because the plan was to give myself the time, but then I fell into doing it full time, and full time wasn't just like a 9 to 5, full time was like my whole entire life, and like even my weekends were consumed by like planning everything and keeping on track of clients and stuff like that. So I had to make a decision. I went to an event with my friend. It was brilliant, and it was an event where there was loads of billionaire, millionaire speakers, some of which I've followed for years and find incredibly inspiring, and they're just full of so much knowledge, and their wavelength is my wavelength. And I was listening to them and I was like, that is who I want to be. I want to be that person. And then I was like, why am I not that person? Why am I not being that person? I've wanted to be that person for a long time now. What am I doing? Why am I not making the decisions that are going to get me to that place? And then I was like, do you know what? I've not even prioritised money, because I was making good money doing what I was doing. It was like, I've never been materialistic, so I've never wanted to go out and buy myself certain things and stuff like that. But then I realised having money is freedom. And to get freedom, you need to have money. But the thing is with personal training, yeah, you've got the money and you can make good money, but there's also so many hours in a day, so you're then limited. So it's like, I was working all hours of every day, making good money doing that, and then not having a life. So what was the point in having that money? There wasn't. There's other things that I wanted to do, such as like buy a house, have a family and stuff like that, and it was like, those things don't fit in with personal training, the hours I'm currently training. Like, none of that works. And it was like, how am I going to earn more money than this when I'm already using every hour in my day? It's not even like I could then go home and work on like e-commerce and stuff like that, because you've got to put the work in and the hours into stuff like that. But I didn't have the time. I then said, do you know what, at this event I gave notice on the gym, and when I went back I told my clients, unfortunately this is going to be the end, we're going to work until Christmas and then that's going to be it. Obviously I did some online coaching following on from that to obviously ease off some of the clients and to keep an income stream for myself. And I said, I'm going to get this operation because I knew I needed an operation, so there's no point like going jumping into a job when I had the operation at the beginning of January. I said I'm going to get a job that teaches me things, that makes me level up, it pushes me, it provides a good income stream, it's decent hours, so it gives me my evenings and my weekends to work on my empire. And I'm going to work so hard at that job because I want to be around good people, I want to be inspired by people who work hard, I want to meet new people. That's what I wanted to do. And I knew that, so I did that. So I went and got the job that I'm currently in. And my actual hours are 8 until 4:30, 3:30 on a Friday. So I have good evening time and I have good weekend time, which means I then was able to throw myself into my e-commerce and my social media influencing. And I feel like I'm living a dream right now. Everything I set myself as a goal this year, I seem to be achieving, and it's because I've committed to those goals. Now, I really want you guys to do the same, and I hope to God you have, and if you haven't, then I'd love to like be a part of that story because it's so exciting, and knowing that you're capable of achieving brilliant things pushes you every single day. So even when you're having negative days and it feels like a really bad day, eventually you'll pull yourself out of it. And even if you don't pull yourself out of it that day, you do wake up the next day like, let's go. I was being a little bitch yesterday, so today we're back on game, we're going strong, and we're going to get everything we want to get in life. And we focus on the hours ahead of us, not like forever, but we also set like long, medium and short-term goals, and it works. It works for me. And this big thing I'm about to show you that I've achieved this year, it feels surreal to me because, again, it's something I've wanted to manifest and I have manifested. And the thing with manifestation is you have to embody that person. It's not just a case of sitting and thinking about something, it's a case of being that person. So I'm like that crazy person who drives to work and I am saying thank you for the things that I have, but when I say thank you for the things that I want, I don't say it would be amazing if I could have this. I say thank you so much for that thing. Such as like, even if you're struggling with money, you can be in that mindset where money isn't scarce, your money is flowing to you freely, and when you're in that mindset, it changes. Honestly, we've got so much to talk about. I don't want to talk too much about this in here because this isn't a manifestation story video, this isn't manifestation tips or anything like that. This is just a story of why I'm no longer focusing on just fitness and I'm focusing on just lifestyle and living your dreams, because you can live your dreams, and this is mine, this is part of mine, and I'm gonna call myself a YouTuber now because I'm YouTubing. Even if it's not, you know, like my full-time career or anything just yet. We never know. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it so much and I can't wait to take you on this journey about the big thing I can drop to you soon. It's going to be so exciting, and I know you guys are going to love it, and I just can't wait to be your best friend. Like, you guys are going to be my best friends. I'm so excited, as you can probably tell. And you can probably tell the passion behind my voice when I'm talking about these things, rather than just talking about like fitness and people wanting to lose weight all the time, because it's so sad that that's all anyone ever thinks about, and that's not what life's about. There's so much more to life than just being a body, so much more to life. You have so much more to give than just the way you look, and I finally realised that throughout lockdown. I think I acknowledged having body dysmorphia, and I've broken away from it a lot because I've acknowledged it. I just feel like a different person, but I don't feel like a different person. I feel like me. I feel like the me who was a little girl who's now living her childhood dreams as an adult, and it's crazy because I just feel so happy. Honestly, like, I'm just so grateful for everything right now, and I just want you guys to be like that too. So I'm gonna love you and leave you for now. If you didn't subscribe at the beginning of the video, I would really appreciate it. It would be so kind of you. We're gonna have so much fun here, and you guys don't know what you're in for. You really don't. Like, some days we're gonna have like those chill videos, some days we're gonna be like, let's go, which, I mean, that's me quite a lot of the time, but I can be chill now too, which is very surprising. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon. Have a lovely Sunday, enjoy the rest of your evening, and go smash your goals this week. I believe in you, and I know you're going to have a wonderful week. Love ya!